morning, everyone. Today we are going to play a little game. So last class you learned about how water, carbon, and nitrogen cycle through their various cycles while they kind of exist here on Earth. You know a lot about the water cycle from your 6th grade lessons. Today we're going to simulate being a carbon atom and a nitrogen atom moving through those cycles and looking at the different paths they can take and how and why they might take a certain path. So first things first, do your attendance. Then you're going to read these directions and watch this directions video. You're going to open up lesson 13, the carbon and nitrogen cycle game. It looks like this. We're going to play 2 separate games. One game is going to be simulating how carbon moves through the cycle, and the other is simulating how nitrogen moves through. You will need either a physical dice, so like an actual dice, or there's a virtual dice roller at this link. So if you click here, you get this link. Just choose one virtual dice. All right, it says you are going to open the carbon cycle PDF posted with this assignment. There's a carbon cycle one and there's a nitrogen cycle one. The carbon cycle one looks like this. Let me zoom in a little bit. And essentially what it shows you is the different options for where carbon can start in the cycle. And then you will roll your dice to see what happens to you. So it says that you can choose any starting point, atmosphere, animal, surface, ocean, etc. So you can just record your starting position there. So let's pretend we started at, what is this? The soil. So if I decide to write soil, I would type soil in here. And then I'm going to roll. So I'll roll my dice. And it says I got 1. So if I look on the PDF, I'm in the soil, and it says if I roll 1, I stay in the soil. Much of the carbon in the soil is stored there. So on my dice, I would say that I ended up in the soil. And how did I get there? Well, I stayed because much of the carbon is stored here. And I'll roll again. And I got a 4. So I'll look at my PDF. This time it says if I roll a 4, I go to the atmosphere. Okay? So I end up in the atmosphere. It didn't really tell me how I got there, so I could just put, I don't know. And I'll continue moving on through 10 different rolls showing how this carbon will move through the cycle. You're going to do the same thing with the nitrogen. There is a separate PDF for you posted. It's set up in exactly the same way. It has a few additional starting points that you can be at or places that you can go in the cycle, but you will record what happens to you as you move through that cycle. Finally, there are 5 analysis questions for you to answer to go along with this activity. That's it for today. I hope you have fun being a carbon or a nitrogen atom in their cycles.